Because they were born with different skin tones, one black and one white, their mother has no trouble recognizing them apart, even though they're identical twins. Daniel and David Amrin were born only a few minutes apart, but they couldn't be more dissimilar in appearance. Despite the fact that his parents, Stacy and Babajid, 38, are both black, David is born with pure white skin and golden hair, while his brother, Daniel, like his parents and 4-year-old sister, Demilade, has black skin and dark curly hair. Daniel's the opposite. The reason for this is that tiny David is albino, meaning that his skin and hair lack color as a result of a congenital lack of melanin. The twins, who both have lovely brown eyes, get a lot of attention whenever they step out into the streets of Lagos.
Giving all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Dash. And as you can see, alright, this is two boys, and the mother and father are both melanated people. Alright. And she had twins, and one, has melanin, and the other one is lacking the melanin. Alright, and you can see it in his skin, in his hair. But they are identical twins. Except for the melanin in the hair. This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 23. And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Alright, because Esau is going to be, the firstborn, so, Esau going to wind up serving Jacob. Alright, once the kingdom is established. Alright. Said, verse 24, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. Alright, so when a non-melanated child is born, alright, especially one of very, that is lacking, any melanin at all, alright, it's the baby, gonna have that, you're gonna be able to see the blood through his skin. Alright. And that was Esau. Alright. And then you have today, the so-called white people. Alright. And there are many, so-called white people that have no melanin, and you can see the red through them. Alright. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel. Alright, and this is, referring to second Ezra 6 and 9, and I think in Romans. Alright, Jacob had a hold of Esau's heel, which means the pulling down of the kingdom of Esau's reign. Alright. So, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she buried him. Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? And when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Alright, because Esau, the end of Esau's reign is when the kingdom will be established through Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, and the elect of Israel. Said, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Leviticus chapter 13. Let's get a couple precepts out of here. Verse 11, it says, is an old leprosy in the skin of of his flesh, and the priest shall pronounce him unclean, and shall shut him up, for he is unclean. Or I meant to start at verse 12. So, and if a leprosy break abroad in the skin, and leprosy cover all the skin of him that hath the plague, from his head even to his foot, wheresoever the priest looketh, then the priest shall consider, and behold, if the leprosy have covered all his flesh, he shall pronounce him clean. That hath the plague is all turned white, he is clean. So again, lacking pigmentation is a form of leprosy. And just like when the Lord smite, or when he put that plague on, was it Miriam, Aaron's wife? He plagued her with leprosy. She turned white as a ghost. Hit verse 30 real quick. So if a man or woman have a plague upon his head or the beard, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and shall be in it a yellow thin hair, then the priest shall announce him unclean. It is a dry skull, even a leprosy upon the head or the beard. Alright. Salakia. Alright, so I was gonna get this, just for edification's sake. But in Numbers chapter 12, so what you have is Aaron's woman, Miriam, was speaking out, against Moses, trying to. Verse 1, it says, Numbers 12:1, and Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. Alright. And they said, hath the Lord Yahweh indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? And the Lord Yahweh heard it. All right. The Lord heard it. Heard him, being out of order. All right. But here's the point. I started verse 9. It says, and the anger of the Lord Yahweh was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. And behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. All right, so again, leprous meaning pulling that pigmentation, that melanin out. All right. But that was just a little quick lesson, Thought it was interesting. It was in my YouTube feed, so, as you can see, all right, to be a probably pretty close example of Jacob and Esau. All right. Giving all praise unto you, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, Shem Kwakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of GMS. Peace, citation, blessing to the Arkim. Calling Yahshua Allah, Abba, DTA soon. Shalom.